Hi, we're going to take a look at your MT2 final affirmation right now. What you did with your work was correct on this question. One thing is you uploaded the first page of your work, but the other two pages with your MT2 LT7 affirmation, so I didn't have work for everything. You mastered this affirmation, so I'm not going to have you redo it, but I will go over it with you. On the first case, on this first problem, yes, 8 is a solution. The absolute value of 8 plus 7 is 15. What other number has an absolute value of 8? And that's where there was a hint going on here. And the hint was if there's more than one solution, separate them with commas. So v equals negative 8 would also be a solution, because if you take the absolute value of negative 8, you get 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. So you're just missing one of their solutions from that question. Now in this one, you didn't have any work that I could see, but also I don't expect a lot of work. You have to treat the absolute value as a parenthesis, which I think is what you did. Negative 4 plus 9 is 5. What is the absolute value of 5? The absolute value of 5 is not negative 5, because it's how far is 5 away from 0? It's 5. That's all you had to do. Now in the next one, let me switch colors here so we can talk about the difference here. What's the absolute value of negative 4? Because now we want to take the absolute value first. Well, the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. So you get 4 plus 9 would be 13. And that's what we needed for an answer there. Okay, on this problem, we want to get r by itself. So I'm a little confused at what you did here, because you didn't have any work on this one that you uploaded. You probably did upload. It's probably in the internet someplace. The opposite of subtracting s is adding s. I like that. So we're going to say k, well, let me show the work here, plus s. There is no s on the left side, so I'm just going to tack it on the side. So k plus s equals 3 times r. That's a hint. Times. You subtracted, but we don't subtract times. To undo times, we divide. So we divide the right side by 3, the left side by 3. I just like to write it as k plus s all over 3 equals r, because if we notice, the r is reduced, or not the r, the 3 is reduced, and you get r. And that's what we needed for an answer there. Okay, the last question, I think this is the last question. 24 is the product. That's the key. That's where you had a difference here. Of Goran's height and 2. We're going to use the variable g to represent Goran's height. Product does not mean add. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Quotient is the answer to a division problem, and difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So we want to take the product, we want to multiply g and 2, so it should have been 2g equals 24. And there's your answer. Like I said, you mastered this final affirmation, so we're not going to have you redo it, but I am glad you wanted to see what you did wrong.